Hi guys, this is the next section of what we talked about. And the next section was inscribed angles, and an inscribed angle, remember, has its vertex right here on the circle itself, and it opens up and cuts out an arc, pardon me. And the inscribed angle, remember, is half of the arc that it cuts. Okay, so this 44 degrees cuts out an 88 degree arc, and that's it. I mean, you've already solved that one. And knowing that, if I give you a harder question on the quiz tomorrow, you'll be able to nail it down. I think the other one was a little more difficult just because of the visual. I don't think it was a difficult concept per se. I just think the visual itself looks a little daunting. And what you're looking at is, if I'm not mistaken, we're looking for angle Z. And this is Z. This one right here is Z. This is Z and this is Y. And it opens up, Z opens up into this arc here, right? But this also opens up into that arc here. And so if they both open up to that same exact arc, then both of those inscribed angles have to be the same. And just like we've done with other angles that are the same, or other chords that are the same, and other arcs that are the same, we've just put an equal sign in between them. I mean, even on the page, if you print out the page and just stick an equal sign in between them, now you can solve 3x minus 23 equals 2x plus 2. And really, that's all there is to it. I'd like to say it's more difficult, but it's not. So there you have it. Inscribed angle is half the size of the arc that it cuts out or that it creates. Therefore, 44 degree inscribed angle is an 88 degree arc. And then 3x minus 23 equals 2x plus 2. Just sort of trace it and see if they both cut out that same arc. And that's it. I'll move on to the very last one. The very last one has a triangle in it. And I want to make sure I've got the right looking triangle here. Yeah. There are a couple of things that go on in this triangle that I like. That's why I use this one. One, it had a diameter. We love diameters. Given a diameter, we know that the arc out here, this whole thing, is 180 degrees. And if you have a triangle inscribed in it, and that triangle opens up to 180 degree diameter here, right? If this is 180 degrees, then the inscribed angle has to be half of it, remember? And so this has to be a 90 degree angle. And isn't that great that we've already solved part of it? And so these two angles right here in a triangle, they have to equal 180 degrees. And so one of them is labeled X, and the other one is labeled 3x plus 6. And if we add those two together, they have to equal 90 degrees because they've already got 90 degrees here. So I'm just going to say 3x plus 6 plus x equals 90 and solve that way. And like I said, some of you can just, as long as I see how you got here, I'm good to go. Make a mistake along the way solving it, I won't cry, but you should be able to get through this relatively simply. And those are all the problems on the study guide. I'm going to use pictures that are very much like this and see what we can do. All right, so this is it for the study guide. I'll give you the quiz. Don't forget, you can use all these concepts. Remember the concepts. Use the videos I used before. Don't worry about it. If you're using videos to help you through it, that's fine, because they're not going to be the actual test questions. So use every bit of material that you can to get through this.